everyone. Welcome back to my little corner of the internet where I play a Sisyphean game and progress my account at glacial speed. I have made a slight change to my account in that let's see, I think I got my Hydra team down. I think. I also took your advice and I made Rotos faster. Uh, he does less damage. There's always a cost to any improvements you make. So I tried him out in Classic Arena. I do like it. I find it's an improvement, even though he does less damage. It's not like he was one-shotting anybody anyway. So let's take him right now for a spin. I had more I wanted to get done. I wanted to regear Helicath. I wanted to regear Duchess and Mithrala. But last night, one of my appliances conked out. So that kind of derailed my night. But, I'm here this morning. So let's get this ball rolling. He's going to try to kill us very quickly. So let's see. I want maybe this guy to just be somebody instantly bannable, and then who's gonna make us not die? I'd also really like, I mean, the thing is, I don't even, I've looked around on my account for the gear. It's often not there. This is the reality for us, isn't it? I want Helicath, obviously. That's what I want. So how are you all doing? Tell me how you're doing. How are you progressing in the account? How you doing in life? I get the feeling I still know half of you because you're in my clan, but the other half of you I don't necessarily recognize. You know, introduce yourselves, say hello. Hey guys, what's up? Who should I ban? Sun Wukong. That's who. Probably. So, I'll take Helicath as the lead for the defense. I think this is the one grouping of champions where Mithrala really doesn't need more speed. So she should come in first and be able to cleanse if I need to. I don't think anybody can place a debuff on her. I would love to have stone skin accessories on her, but of course I'm at the mercy of Hydra Clash, which I have to do my keys for today. Any of you do that thing where you leave all your keys until the last possible day because you're a perfectionist and you're not happy with how it's going? I feel like that's me every week. And then you have that sudden rush where you're like, oh, screw it. I gotta do my keys. So, Rotos is stunned. I don't know what else I'm gonna need. Yeah, I'll unstun him. I'll use the cleanse now. So I'll have him start with maybe he'll hit yeah, I'll go for Arbiter first. Ooh, that's not bad. So I'll get the block damage up. Midnight Ritual strips some stuff. I've had worse. So no more Rotos. So we'll try him again in another team. Still, I think things are going pretty well. So I definitely want to get this attack out now. This seems like the time. Feared, decrease attacked. Boom. That's good game. Oh yes. And the other thing, number 5 on the list. I asked you guys a question last night, and I have to admit, I have not had time to log into YouTube to actually check the comments. So if you guys have answered me already, and I don't obviously have some sort of awareness of that answer, it's because I obviously don't have any awareness of any answers other than the one I gave at the end of the video yesterday. But I will check the comments after I finish this video. I just needed to make sure to get in at the right time because of the way they run Live Arena, right? So I want to take these two. I want Rotos too. But I think I want Mithrala first. I think that's basically how I pivot into just about every team. And I'm actually reminded, speaking of pivoting into other teams, I also wanted to look at Monkey King. Because right now he's ridiculously slow, but he's a nice hybrid where he's got accuracy and nukage. It just came at the expense of speed. So I'd like to look into making him fast. Is that what I want? I guess so. But I find, geared as he is, I score a lot of really, really sweet victories with Monkey King now, so I don't know. I can see if I can glyph him up a little and get him a little more speed, but getting to 300 speed, I forget who recommended 300 speed. That is extreme. And that must be really nice if you can get it going, but I don't know that I can. So let's see. We got Warlord. Um, I could bring my most bannable champion, or I could bring Monkey. You know what? I'll bring the most bannable champion. I'll ban the Warlord anyway, because I know they're going to ban Hegemon, and I can't deal with the Warlord. Oh, and they're banning Rotos, which is also probably a good-ish idea. Okay, well, in that case, I'll take Helikath as my lead. So this is going to come down to how much damage can Hegemon do right out of the gate. I did get another book this morning to book out my Rotos. Just acquiring books at glacial speed. So I've locked out Ramen 2. This is good. This is going to buy me some time. So I'll get my defense up. And I get my block damage up. So is it surprising that Rat Broke banned Rotos instead of Hegemon? It surprised me. I don't know if you could tell, but I was surprised. I guess I'm always surprised if they don't ban Hegemon. I figure people don't want to deal with Hegemon. But I guess people don't want to deal with Rotos either. You know what? I'm okay with him staying provoked for now. I'll try to chip away at her. Oh no. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So maybe I'll put up a shield, some healing. Hopefully that'll be enough. Oh, and Broke has gone away. Well, good game, Broke. Honestly, I don't know why you resigned. I thought you kind of were wearing me down. I mean, like, I didn't have a reviver. Um, one dot home backwards. Is that what's going on with this name? I don't know. That's my ignorance showing. Like this could be some very obvious thing in Greek. I don't know. Uh, I'll start with you know what? I want to start with the king. Here comes the king, baby. Anybody else here old enough to remember Duke Nukem? Hail to the king, baby. It's such a silly video game hero, and he did not age well in the new age of you know, let's bring down misogyny. But I think at the time he was intended to be a humorous character. Warlord. Okay, so I'll bring Rotos. Although I also want Helicath, and then I also want an instantly bannable champion. So I'll bring Helicath. And I'm torn between Warlord, not Warlord, Hegemon, and Rotos. I mean, I really want to get my Rotos on. It's just he'd be better if he were booked. I'm not so worried about Warlord on Rotos if I could book Rotos, because then Rotos has a good chance of just using his A1, instantly getting his cooldown back, and start ripping apart your foes. And that's what I feel like this game turns into. It's like an extended daydream, where I daydream about stuff I might get to do in the future. I'm gonna ban the Warlord. Nothing else matters. I'll take the defense. I'm pretty sure Monkey King's just straight up dead. Maybe one idea for Monkey King, just to allow him to survive the first wave, we could consider uh, reaction accessories. Just something to consider. I've got reaction accessories on Helicat, but he's paired so often with Ultimate Death Knight that I think that doesn't matter. Maybe that stuff would be better put on Ultimate Death Knight, but I think on Ultimate Death Knight I've got counterattack accessories because I want him to counterattack as frequent as possible. So I will get my defense up. I think. I'm just not worried about this bomb. I can get block damage up. So I'm in familiar territory where I got to take down 2 revivers at once. It's not a position I love. But they got 2 nukers, 2 revivers. I have Life Harvest on Ultimate Death Knight. So I can try to slowly but surely erode their health until I just start one-shotting a bunch of them at once. It's going to be fun to try out Uger when I get the last 5 fragments. I actually still have silver to spend on gear. And even then, it's going to be a while before I could book them. Clarium, we need more books. We need books. You need to give us a way to farm books. Is this new area coming out? And again, I feel like I've been under a rock for the last 24 hours, so I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just attack with the poisons. So I don't know. We can hope there's a way to farm more resources from the new areas, but who knows? They know, obviously. I think some of the content creators probably know at this point. I feel like it'll be at least a couple of weeks before we know more. Yeah, I'll just strike down Arby. And maybe I'll target her. Now I'm noticing this team's not particularly tough, so I think their days really are numbered. I think it was meant to be fast rather than tough. Which means they really needed to kill us on wave 1. Sify has some staying power. Strike him down. I'm guessing she's going to revive Arby. Arby's then going to revive the party. Except she's not. I guess she already used it. Well, anyway, good game. Something. Fellow human. You ever get the urge to just call another fellow human, and then worry that people are going to think you're like an alien wearing a human skin? Of course not. Why would you? You're human, right? So we're fighting Alexis. Alexis is money. At least Alexis isn't on fire. I'm gonna bring. Man, Harima is such a strong champ. I swear she could just make it all on her own. I think I'll start with these two. And then immediately get buyer's remorse that I didn't pick Sun Wukong. And there he is on the enemy team. Well, I'll deal. I'll take Helikath. I'll take... do I take? Maybe I'll take Pythion. And my last guy should be a nuker of some kind, just in case they take Helicath. Seeing this actually makes me think this guy will get banned for sure. I'm still not sure who I want to eliminate though. Sun Wukong is probably going to be the biggest problem. I mean, Rotos could be a big problem too. These guys are all problems, really. I'm going to get rid of Sun Wukong. So I'll start with the defense. And it occurs to me, I think Rotos is actually going to get the opportunity to cut in when Hegemon hits everyone. But he might be cutting in while under decrease attack and lockout, so it's not so bad. So I'll hex them all. And maybe... Yeah, right. I'm going to put this up now. Kaimar's probably going to try to strip it. He's probably going to succeed on some. So then I can cleanse. I think I'll go for this attack first. Do I want to revive Hegemon now? Maybe. He resets everything. That's kind of bad news. But no more arbiters, so this fight is going to be over soon, one way or the other. Yeah, I totally want to do it this way. are stoned. You are dead. Let's start putting the pressure on Harima. Anyway, I think we win. Harima's scary, but I don't think she's staying. Good game, Alexis. So we got Pooh, Happy, 13. I don't know how to say that. And we're dealing with Warlord again. Seeing Warlord this early has me thinking I can definitely take... I say definitely. Maybe I want Sun Wukong this time. I don't know. We'll take these two. So with Warlord on the board, I assume Pooh wants to take some kind of speed lead. Maybe Siffy? Seems like everybody's got a Siffy but me. Arbiter. Makes sense. So I'll take... If I'm dealing with speed, I really want some kind of speed counter. So I like to use Helicath for that. Maybe I'll take Rotos. There are going to be a lot of buffs on the party. And that has me thinking I might actually want Sun Wukong to deal with them. I'm going to go with Sun Wukong. Really was a toss-up between Sun Wukong and Rotos. And for the last one, I could still go Rotos. But I want to go Hegemon just because he's got all this annoying stuff. So I'll ban Warlord. He'll probably ban Hegemon. That's my guess. Yep. So I'll take the Defense Aura. And I'm hoping the timing works out here. I think we can survive the onslaught of bombs. I think if we survive the first onslaught of bombs, I think Pooh is cooked. It's a very unfortunate expression. I can't imagine the smell of cooked Pooh. That Necrid seems to get an extra turn a lot. Is that actually built into the move? Like, is it a guaranteed extra turn? Or is there some high chance of it? Really got to just look at that kit. So he's going to put out the bombs. Oh man, he gets them on everybody. That is rough. Because now she's going to die. So Helicath was saved by the reaction gear. So let's put up these block damage. I'd really, really like to get immunity stone skin on Mithrala. I need one more stone skin accessory. Just one. Come on, RNGesus, just give me one more stone skin accessory. It'll be the coolest. She'll be like the ultimate cleanser. With nice little bonuses too. I mean, she's not just a cleanser. She's got all kinds of things. She's got the whole hex mechanic. She's got the strengthen. She's got the increased attack. She's got the increased defense. Um, yeah, I'm going to attack. So I've got two plans here. One of them, just wear him down with the Helicath and Ultimate Death Knight. It'd be a lot better with Mithrala still on the board. But that just didn't work out. Hmm. I'll attack Arbiter. Seems like there's some kind of unintended tune going on here where every time Sun Wukong gets back up, it's Razelvarg's turn. But Razelvarg is stupidly fast. And he's just going to get faster still as the fight drags on. There, it's already his turn again. It's going to get pretty ugly when I'm not under block damage anymore. So let's do the big attack. We'll get up a shield. This is going to be a bitter fight to the end. I really want Helicat to heal a bit. So let's see. I feel like we really need to get rid of Razelvarg. But we got a weak hit. That's too bad. So, good game, Pooh. Let's go for the second half. And I keep saying things like, oh, I wish I had this particular accessory or this particular thing. I need to be more realistic. How do I do it now? How do I have a team that can survive an onslaught like that? So I'm going to take the Monkey King. It seems to solve about two problems just taking the Monkey King. It solves the problem of having to face an enemy nuker Monkey King and an enemy stripper Monkey King. I'm going to try to bomb this team out. I see Ultimate Death Knight. I think bombs. Is there another better way of dealing with him? I mean, maybe Georgid the Breaker can cut right through him, but I don't have him. Yeah, I'm still gonna go for it. I'm still gonna go for the bombs. So at this point, I'm thinking we'll get rid of Duchess, unless a cleanser shows up here, in which case we'll get rid of whoever shows up here. So who's it going to be? Onyx. Yeah, I want to get rid of her. She's going to be a problem. So they took the resist aura. Is this going to be an extremely resistant team? It's possible. I know people build their Duchess with extremely high resist. And I really didn't want to be going first. Resisted, resisted. That is not a good sign. Um, well, we got to attack through that Duchess now. The fact that she's high resist implies she's not going to be particularly tough. Harima, on the other hand, is almost certainly going to be tough and is going to be hitting like a truck. So yeah, I think we're done. So, good game. I can think of a way that that team might have worked, but it involves wishing for something I don't have yet. Which is Lady Mikage. Or I could have tried to get Archbishop Pinthroy into the team. So I'll bring Sun Wukong. I feel like Sun Wukong is about as instantly bannable as Hegemon, come to think of it. Um, so we're dealing with Warlord again. Maybe, I don't know. I'll just go with these two again. Baron, Duchess. Uh, this is another team I could just try to bomb. I don't know. I'll try it this way. And I think I'm going to eliminate Warlord. Otherwise, we're never going to get anywhere. Of course, Baron can just ignore the block damage, so I don't even know what to do about him. What was the combination I said again? What did it do when they take Georgid and Warlord? I also want to say Baron. He's another one. I mean, what do I do other than just die, right? Uh, so I'll take the defense. I suppose there's always a chance that Hegemon can ambush well enough that this could work. I was actually expecting him to ban Hegemon. Of course, Hegemon pairs best with Lydia. Because then the idea is you nuke out the nukers. I'm not strong enough to do it, though. I built him with almost 300% crit damage, and I still can't do it. So I think he needs to be fully booked. Well, at least Duchess isn't, or at least Mithrala isn't dead immediately. So we really have to deal with this Baron immediately. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. I'm doing it this way because I wanted to activate Leorius's Unkillable while he still had one turn of lockout. It buys me some time against the Baron, and the Baron wasn't going to be impressed by the block damage anyway. I'll put up Strengthen. I think that might actually protect me from Baron a little bit. Will that make the difference between life and death? That's the answer. No, it will not. So good game, Magnus. Migdis. Mwangdigis. I could try a paradigm where I bring, say, Goffred. Goffred has that instant activation of block damage when somebody dies or almost dies, instead of somebody dying, if the passive kicks in. And then I could leave on the Warlord and ban the Baron. So again, the answer is Goffred. It's the only answer that I can come up with on short notice. But I keep not taking Goffred. Maybe I should. Come to think of it, I think I want to regear Goffred. It's just another thing to look into. So to counter this, let's see. Yeah, I'll take these two. And then I will face God's Wrath 666. I feel like that name holds a mixed message inside it. So God's Wrath, let's see, what kind of wrath you bringing down on me today? Ah, Georgid, of course. So I want This is where I make the decision. Do I want to try a bomb team or a helicath team? They both work. I'm going to try the helicath team. So what else you got for me today? The Rat King. Okay, so there's a lot of speed here. Georgid is the obvious ban. I could bring somebody that's obvious to ban too. So I'll get rid of Georgid. I think he's just going to completely ruin the team. The Rat King we can try to stop with Mithrala. I'll take the Defense Aura. I'm not 100% confident in this way forward, but at least I feel like we have a chance. So the most annoying move on the enemy team is going to be Kaimar's, probably Kaimar's reset, come to think of it, but Kaimar's sleep. So there's the sleep. So that buys us some time. Ah, cool. She's got that instant turn effect. So let's hex them. And let's block damage. I think we got at least one more turn before Kaimar can do another strip. If I were God's Wrath, I'd actually be making Kaimar go again and again. Rather than Rat King, who can't really achieve anything right now. So I want to try to take out Arbiter. Oh, close enough. Uh-oh. God's Wrath is going to look to take it out on somebody else, I guess. Well, good game, God's Wrath. Good luck with whoever you're going to take your wrath out on next. So we're dealing with Siphi. Okay. Well, maybe I'll go ahead and take Rotos now. He needs more airtime. As much as I want to reserve Mithrala. Not sure what I want to do with this. We could go with Mithrala and maybe Pythion. What do you think? I think I'll do it. And then in the final slot, a nuker of some kind. So not just stuck with Rotos. So it could be Helicath. Helicath doesn't disappoint. Can't be Helicath now. So maybe I'll go with Leorius. Or I could go with Candy. I could even go with a Bomber. And just get rid of Siffy. Let's see what they do. They ban the Bomber. Good call. So I'll take the defense. Maybe I'll take the resistance. I think that is probably what I want. I'm expecting this Sun Wukong to be more accurate than he is hard-hitting. So I think I want the resistance. All right. So I want to open with Vitality Plunder, I think. Didn't actually manage to put a dent in. Alright, well let's aim for this Arbiter. I think she has to go down first. So they got the block damage up. I'm thinking... I mean, that's not even half damage anymore. I really need more damage on my Rotos. I mean, I can scour my account for gear and look for stuff that's going to be just as fast and hit harder. I'm pretty sure I do have it. If I want to start using Rotos a lot, that does make sense. Do I want the cleanse now? Does it matter? You know what? I'm just going to go for the A1. And get a little bit of healing out of it. Go for this. Kind of an unintentional... I just realized, you know what? Mithrala is actually the perfect counter to Helicath. It's why I so frequently take her first. So that kind of works out in our favor, too. That'll buy us some time. Let's pick on Arby. Yeah, keep picking on Arby. Well, if there's ever time to revive my party, it is now. So let's see. Is this going to be enough? Not quite. Alright, let's knock her down if we can. Just don't want to deal with that Arbiter anymore. I think the next most dangerous one is Harima, so let's try to wear her down. Let's cleanse this stuff off. I think Monkey King is about to come around to his beating stick. Sheeped. Great. Well, it all comes down to you, Pythion. It's not looking good. I think we're dead. It's a good game, Coral. Coral Lear. Let's go in for the final fight. So I'll start with the Monkey King. This way, at least I don't have to face him. Double revivers. Ugh. I mean, I could pull out Fenax. I'm gonna bring UDK and I'm gonna bring Rotos. And I'm gonna bring Mithrala and Ultimate or Helicath. And that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll probably want to ban Harima. Honestly. She's such a nuisance. Ragash is also a big nuisance. You can see a lot of problems on this team. But I'm gonna ban Harima. And I'll take the Speed Aura. Well, I'll just go for the A1. No, I won't. I'll go for the increased defense and increase attack. So we are dropping like flies. Feel like I could get off this cleanse just in time to still get sleeped again by Duchess or Siffy. I hate that. That's so annoying. Well, I got it back, so let's just refresh it. So it looks like that Duchess is probably in regen, or maybe I wasn't paying attention at the start of the fight. Were they in bolster? So she's getting back some health every round. I think at this point, I'm just trying to play keep away. I don't know that we're going to have enough damage to do it. This is yet another example of I wish Helicath had more damage, but honestly, there's other stuff missing from this team too. And Taras is so overtuned. I mean, like he should not be able to just straight up knock out somebody that's under increased defense and strengthen at the same time. Then again, it's not like Taras is even the only champion that can do that. Because God knows, like, Georg the Breaker can do it. So let's go for the big attack. That's about it. That's the extent of which I can do damage to this enemy party. My God, I want a Sippy. Plarium, I would do things for a Sippy. I would do things. I think she's maybe my most wanted champion at this point. At least from the Void Legos. And maybe from non-Void, it's Harima. You know, like as overpowered as Taras is, I don't know that I necessarily want him. Whoa. I think we might still lose, but that's hilarious. Well, sadly, I don't have my invincibility back up. So good game, Wax Step 2. And on that note, let's check the logs. So, lost a lot of games in the second half of the day. Wow, started really strong and then just fizzled out. 5-5. As I always say, I'll take it. 1922, very familiar number. Do I have a question? Is there anything we could look at before I go? I don't know. And you know what? I asked a question yesterday. I want to look at your comments. So, but if you have any thoughts, feel free to comment. Feel free to like or dislike this video. You know, the usual stuff. And of course, thank you for watching and see you on the next video. Take care.